The day South Africa has been waiting for arrived with a thunderclap. KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, stood before the Madlenga Commission and unleashed testimony so explosive it shook the chamber and the nation beyond its walls. With steady resolve, he spoke the words many feared but few expected to hear. We have evidence against Police Minister Mchunu and a cop-turned-hitman. In that single statement, Mkhwanazi ripped open a curtain shielding one of the darkest chapters in South Africa's modern history. It was no longer whispers, no longer speculation, but direct allegations implicating the very people entrusted to safeguard the nation. The shock was instant, the weight of his words undeniable. For viewers unfamiliar with the context, the Madlenga Commission is no ordinary inquiry. It is the Judicial Commission of Inquiry into Criminality, Political Interference, and Corruption in the Criminal Justice System, a body established to uncover the rot that has infected law enforcement. And on this day, it heard testimony that tied together assassinations, blood money, and political power. At the heart of Mkhwanazi's revelations is former SAPS officer Pule Tau, a man once sworn to serve and protect. But according to the commissioner, Tau abandoned his oath and became a hired assassin, a contract killer for the highest bidder. The numbers were staggering. Mkhwanazi declared that Tau was paid up to R1 million per assassination, a chilling reminder of how human lives became nothing more than transactions. Weapons seized during ongoing investigations, Mkhwanazi revealed, linked Tau to at least 10 to 14 separate crime scenes. Among them was the shocking and brutal murder of beloved musician DJ Somebody, whose death had already left South Africa reeling with grief and unanswered questions. Now, those questions take on new, horrifying dimensions. How could a man with insider knowledge of the police system operate with such freedom? How could an officer-turned-hitman evade accountability so long? The answers, Mkhwanazi suggested, point upwards, to those in positions of authority, to those with the power to shield and protect. That is why the name of Police Minister Mchunu now echoes so dangerously in the halls of justice. To accuse a sitting minister is no small matter. It signals that corruption may not just exist in dark alleys or secret dealings, but at the very top of South Africa's power structures. It suggests collusion, cover-ups, and complicity in crimes that have stolen fathers, mothers, leaders, and entertainers from their communities. For the families of the slain, Mkhwanazi's words carried a haunting vindication. Many had long suspected their loved ones' deaths were not random acts of violence, but carefully orchestrated assassinations. And now, before the commission, came testimony that confirmed their worst fears. Assassinations were not accidents of fate. They were deliberate, funded, and executed with chilling precision. The public reaction has been immediate and fierce. Social media erupted within minutes of the testimony. Hashtags linking Mkhwanazi, Mchunu, and DJ Somebody began trending. Many hailed Mkhwanazi as a rare voice of courage in a sea of silence, while others expressed fear that such bold testimony could make him a target. The shadow over DJ Somebody's death now looms larger than ever. Was his killing simply one among many in a million-rand enterprise that reached deep into South Africa's corridors of power? If Tau was indeed tied to 10 to 14 crime scenes, how many more lives were lost to this hidden network of betrayal and greed? These revelations carry consequences not just for those directly implicated, but for every citizen. If assassinations could be ordered and shielded from within the criminal justice system, what does it mean for ordinary South Africans who look to the police for safety? What happens to trust in a system that may itself be complicit in the crimes it claims to fight? Did you expect this twist? That a once-trusted police officer could be exposed as a contract killer, allegedly shielded by politicians at the very highest level? Or does this confirmation only echo what many have long feared in silence? The Madlenga Commission now carries a heavy burden. South Africa has seen commissions before, ones that shone a bright light but left behind little change. This time, the people are demanding accountability, not just revelations. They want names, they want arrests, and they want a system purged of corruption. And yet, questions remain. Will Mchunu respond to these damning allegations? Will Pule Tau face the full weight of justice? Or will this testimony, like so many before it, be buried under bureaucracy, political deals, and a weary public's fading outrage? For Mkhwanazi, the risk of speaking out cannot be underestimated. History has shown that whistleblowers in South Africa often pay a steep price for their bravery. But his determination to lay bare the truth signals a new chapter, one where silence is no longer an option. As South Africans digest these shocking revelations, they are left to grapple with what comes next. Will the Madlenga Commission spark genuine reform, or will it become another chapter in a long book of missed opportunities? Do you believe justice will truly be served this time, or is this another performance in a political theater too dark to escape? The potential consequences are massive. If Mchunu is indeed implicated, it could topple careers, destabilize political alliances, and expose networks of corruption that have thrived for years. At the same time, it could finally give grieving families the justice they have waited for and restore a measure of faith in the system. But the stakes go beyond politics. They cut to the heart of South Africa's future. A country cannot thrive if its protectors become predators. A society cannot stand if the cost of truth is silence and blood. And a democracy cannot survive if assassinations are ordered from within its own institutions. For now, all eyes remain fixed on the Madlenga Commission. With each testimony, the picture becomes clearer and more terrifying. A network of crime, money, and politics so deeply intertwined that it threatens the very foundations of justice itself. This story is far from over. In the coming days and weeks, more revelations will surface. More names may be exposed. And with every truth revealed, the question grows louder. Who else is involved, and how deep does the betrayal run? Thank you for watching. If this story gripped you as much as it has gripped South Africa, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe for more powerful real-life stories. And most importantly, let us know in the comments, what do you think will happen next as Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi's testimony shakes the nation and the Madlenga Commission digs deeper into this deadly web of corruption? Your voice matters. Together, we hold the power to demand justice.